Alrighty, continuing on here, we have a couple different things. I have never seen a tree in this area that looks like this. If any of you guys could find one, please tell me what kind this tree this is, because this is insanely scary looking. But this one was an example of texture. It's a great example of texture because it definitely has very distinct shadows and highlights that show off that this thing is very prickly and spiky, and I don't know that we want to hug this tree because I think it would hurt. So definitely a texture. I would probably rather see it get a little closer to the texture, but this would work. It definitely fills the frame. Some people have said they see color, obviously the yellow stripes here, and some people say the stripes themselves could be considered pattern. So here we have, three different elements there. Some have said that some of the barbs there look like triangles. So if we were to zoom in on that, we could probably get a triangle out of that even. I'm starting to get disenchanted with Flickr. It's not moving fast enough. For those of you guys who have pet alligators or crocodiles in your backyard, we could go out and take pictures of them. This could be a texture. It could be a pattern. I don't know that I'd call it color, and maybe not shape. If we were to zero in on some of the pattern here, it could be shape. So if you guys are going out after your pet reptiles, zoom in a little bit on their skin and really show us like one section, so we see the pattern or the shape or texture. I don't know how many of you guys have pet reptiles. Here we have a pattern. We definitely have color. Not so much shape per se, but definitely color and pattern. Alright. Here we have some texture. We have shape and we have pattern. And we also have color. Sometimes things like this is blue-ish. So we basically kind of have blue and orange, but they are really kind of bright colors. So if you were to find something like this, that would totally work. We just really want to see really bright colors. Sometimes it's easier to show off the bright colors by putting them against a mundane background. So even you could say that that orange is quite colorful against the blue, kind of steel blue, sky blue colored background. It's not as bright as we would think blue to be. Here we have a texture. I think this is like a stucco wall. So most of you guys probably have walls that either have like stucco or have the walls that have the sand in the paint. I did some examples myself. I got up this morning and I quickly took a bunch of photos just around my house. It took about 10 minutes to do it. I have to admit the photos do show that I only took 10 minutes to do them. Not that good. But they are examples of some things. So when it comes to texture, sometimes using the ambient light and sometimes using the flash at the right angle can really get you the good shadows that you want. So sometimes you can try both ways and see which one you see the shadows and the texture really come out better. Here we have some shapes. We have color. We have pattern. We have lots of things. So this one kind of captures all of those examples. That's the end of that gallery, but here are some of mine. Whoops. Oh, where did my drive go? Goodness gracious, I was all ready to go, and now look at me. That's not the drive I want. Oh goodness, let me log in. So while I'm talking here, I'll go to our assignment. I think I switched out my Google account and it's gone to a different drive. So I need to go back to the correct drive. But while I do that, it's 5 photos. I'll pull up our assignment here in a second, show you, but I want to show you what I did around my house. Some of these, once I pulled them in, I realized very quickly that they were out of focus, so I did exactly what I tell you guys not to do. So understand that even I make mistakes. So you guys can laugh and have fun critiquing my horrible photos. I do want to say these were taken with my cell phone, so that I could kind of prove A, they're not edited, and B, that I was at somewhat of a disadvantage because I was using a very, very, very basic point and shoot camera. I really couldn't zoom a whole lot without losing quality. I had a little bit of a hard time getting good exposures, but to kind of show you it can be done with point and shoot. So I know most of you guys, your point and shoot cameras or other cameras can pull these off because you guys have a little bit more control over things than I did with my cell phone. I didn't go in and try to do special modes and stuff. I just kind of shot the photos as is. So here we have an idea of, this could be color. I just kind of threw some pink flip-flops out in the snow. So we have pink against white, so it makes the pink show up. I would rather have seen this be a lot brighter, but it wasn't, so we deal. Here we have orange on black. So the black makes the orange stand out a little bit more, so you could do something like that if you have a colorful t-shirt. Here we have some color. We have orange and purple against kind of white and black. It's a little noisy, but I would totally take this. If any of you guys still have Halloween decorations hanging up like I do, then there you go. You can take pictures of your orange spiders. Here we have orange, so this would be a color. Here we have color, which is yellow. Here we have red against white and kind of black of the cookie sheet. I didn't get very creative. Like I said, I took 10 minutes to do this, so you guys could see this assignment can be done very, very quickly. If you don't want to get creative, you just want to get it done, it can be done quickly. So here I just kind of threw some fish food that was colorful packaging. Now here we have texture. Now I have the kind of wall that has sand in it. So this is just ambient light, and it's not too bad. I think we could get the idea. Gosh darn it, I hate that window. We'll get the idea that if we were to feel this, it's not a smooth wall. Now I took this photo, and hopefully the next one will be, this is what I did when I turned on the flash. If you notice, I don't get as much depth to the texture, so I tried it both ways. I tried it with flash and I tried it without. I like it better without. I also, sometimes if you can come at a texture at an angle, so either angle your camera just a little bit above it or a little bit below it or off to the side, it also helps you really grab good good shadows. So don't some of your textures you may not want to go straight on to, kind of come at them at a slight angle and you'll get a far better result. Here we have some carpeting. I'm not so sure I really like this one, but you know, we understand that it does have texture. We can see that it has fibers in it and that it does have texture to it. Again, you notice I'm filling the frame. Here we have the back of my couch. You can tell that it does have some texture to it. It has lines, so if we were to run our hands across that, we would actually feel something. Here we have some texture of a belt that's braided. The reason it's sitting in a flower pot is because the lighting by the window was far better than anything I had in my house. So sometimes using window light, just bring things over by your window and you get far better lighting. But here we can feel that, and we can see that this is woven, so we would understand that it's not nice and smooth, that it does have some texture to it. Here we have, this is just like a throw blanket, and we can see that it's not completely smooth, that it's a weird blanket from IKEA, and it's kind of fluffy and has tufts on it. We can also see the weave of it. Here we just have a sweater. We can understand the sweater has patterns that are raised, and we can tell because we see nice shadows, so we can feel that that has some kind of texture to it. It has raised parts. So you definitely go pull out your sweater collection and take a picture of a sweater. Here we have a paper towels. And paper towels, not all paper towels are created equal, and mine has a pattern in it, but it also has a texture to it. That's not just the paper towel texture, but it also has some raised and some indented texture to it, so could do that. Now here's a very blurry photograph of a pattern that I didn't realize was blurry until I'd already taken it. But here we just have glazes for pottery, but because we have 3 or more things in a line, it's considered a pattern. Here we have a pattern, not the greatest pattern, but we do have a pattern of inside my radiator that keeps me warm at night.